Yeah, man. Did you see what happened with Corey Holcomb? No, he was riding a scooter and broke his wrist. I'm talking about both of his wrists. One of his ex dudes or ex homeboys or whatever, he was blazing that nigga. He said, man, I don't know why Corey got his old ass on a scooter. He know he top heavy. Right, exactly. Like I wouldn't even get my old ass on those scooter. And I ain't even built like that old bad body nigga. That nigga is funny. Hella funny. I ain't never gonna doubt the nigga's funniness. But the nigga has the twinkle in his eye, and he's from the shy. If you're from the shy and you got the twinkle in your eye, I don't know. That's always been my MO, man. I just heard too many goofball stories about guys from the shy and how they're a little sweeter than most, even the ones that's super thugs. Oh, it's a lot of sweet. It's a lot of sugar in the tanks. But you and I, you could come on, man. Let's keep it a bean. I told you there's my rest in peace, my uncle Ricky, man. He said this, and Chicago niggas, I love you. I don't know if you recording now, so I just gotta say this. I love y'all, but my rest in peace, my uncle Ricky from the D. He said this about Chicago nigga, and I haven't. It's yet to prove me wrong. He said I don't care how much money they got, how much different gear they put on. For some reason, them niggas still look dusty. I've just had bad experiences with Chicago niggas, man. Like horrible. And all three was different niggas. One nigga robbed my house. Was my guy came in through like a thief in the night and stole shit like he was the Grinch that stole Christmas because it was on Christmas Eve. Then the other Chicago nigga, we went hit a lick together. The nigga runs off with all the bread from the lick. Second nigga, we get jammed up by the police. This goofball throws a gun into another nigga's lap. These are all three different situations, all three Chicago niggas. So I can't you I hate that they put smut on y'all name, but they put smut on your name. I hear you. But you and I both know two
Yo,
things,
yo.
bro. You and I both know two things for sure. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I just you said yo yo like I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm just gonna run it back to what I was gonna say. You at your age of life now, my age of life now, if a nigga has a pistol in the car, it's his pistol. You didn't know it was even in the damn car. And he throws the gun to someone else. Is that nigga taking that charge? No, I'm asking you, do you think he's taking that charge? And you and I ain't no A's about it. Ain't no A's about it. You're going, he's never going to say that that's his gun. He's going to say he didn't know it was it. It was even in the car. That's what he's going to say. No, this is what's so crazy. I've told you this story. We actually somehow, through the grace of God, got away with that situation. Police checked the car, never found the gun. Do you think, and you know what this sucker nigga said after the fact? If they would have found it, I would have told him it was mine. If that was the case, you never would have even tried to throw it to nobody. You would have been smart enough to have it hid to where a point where they wouldn't have never even found it.
Facts. Okay, there we go. My
But
whole time my mic wasn't even working. But no, that's facts. Nigga, you man, that's what I'm
but
saying. Like
you
you
and
ain't
I
finna put
both
me
know
you ain't finna put me in no
you threw the glamour because you didn't want to take the case.
yeah, you ain't finna put me in no bad situation where I gotta be, oh man, you broke the code. Hell no, you first and foremost, I can only break the code
Bro,
if I can only
our
break the
other
code
homeboy,
if I come in the car and you tell me, look, man, I got the blammy on me. I got the blicky. If
bro,
something happened, then
that was never discussed.
yeah, you can't just
It was
assume
never
that I'm
even
gonna
told
take
that
the
it was
charge. Yeah,
in the whip.
nah, nigga, I might.
Because had he had told me it was in the whip, I'd have told him, get that shit the fuck out.
Yeah, I might. And
And
you
he
know,
who in their right mind rides with someone with a car with a gun in the first place, unless you're registered, licensed, and you could conceal to carry, which I knew that nigga wasn't. There would be no, bro. If you got guns in the car with you, that means either one or two things to me. Either you got niggas that's on your ass, or you scared of some niggas being on your ass.
no, that's facts. And see, I ain't got that type of
Those
time.
are only real two reasons why a nigga would carry a pistol in the streets. Because if you're doing good business and you're dealing with people who you deal with, there's no reason to have a pistol.
Yeah, I ain't got that. I ain't on. I ain't on that. I ain't on that type of time, brother. Listen. I ain't got that type of time right there. You feel me?
That lets me know you dealing with anyone and everyone. So you don't know who could be trying to stick you up. And you and I both know that's the number one game. That's the number one thing in the game that has always been told. But I mean, it's always been never told, but I'm going to tell it tonight. You only deal with people you can trust.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you want to get yourself out there, but you only do that to a small margin. And when I mean small margin is things that you can lose and not care about. You don't go hit a stain with someone you never met for over $1.
Yeah, that ain't.
If you can't stomach losing $100, there's no reason for you to go deal with someone on that type of level.
Yeah.
And anyone who brings someone to you, you don't deal with that new person. You deal with the old person
Yeah.
until you feel comfortable
Man, listen.
dealing with the new. These
If
are
I'm
all
moving around, listen. If I'm moving around and I don't really got time, half of the time I ain't on that type of time. So if I'm on that type of time, that means I'm only gonna deal with the person I trust and shit. You can just keep doing what you do.
I'm
You could
not.
go.
I
I ain't
won't
even finna
never, bro.
waste my time.
I have never. The only way I've ever met someone new is if they were family.
Yeah, I got. If I don't meet
That's
you
the only
myself,
way. Like if that's your
listen.
brother or your sister or your mama or your auntie, someone family, because I know you wouldn't put family in harm's way. Most people don't.
Right. See,
Cause I'm gonna come
normally
fuck
my
you up.
yeah.
I'm
See,
not gonna do nothing. I can't even get to that. I don't even know who they are. But I'm gonna come fuck you up because I know where
true.
you are. I know who you are, and you won't put your name on vouch for someone, especially family, if you know they not gonna do good business. But a nigga you don't really know that well, but you just trying, hey, he can hit you up. You didn't told him you got somebody. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you and this nigga is colluding. So no, I'm gonna do all my business through you. You
Listen,
deal with that nigga.
listen. That's how you
You
do
get
it.
him together.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's
Because
how you are,
this the
man.
thing. You don't get chances like that. So you don't get the opportunity to try to fill them up, pause, fill them up, like out a little bit, and just understand them. If I don't meet you and I don't know you from meeting you my own self, and I got to be, oh, okay, I feel your vibes, I understand what you is. Okay, cool. If I don't do that myself, and it's some link through a link, hell no, it ain't happening. Hell no, that's a setup. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get
Nah,
that much time.
because
You don't get that much time to, like I said, you
exactly,
don't get that many
I just
options.
learned.
What you finna
I
say?
learned from another man's mistake. That's how I learned I really learned the game from other people's mistakes. Like
Hell yeah.
a homeboy of mine, he hits a stain. They come back to him, tell him not only they want what they ordered the first time, they want to quadruple their order. Yeah. So you and I both know, we know the game. Most people who come and deal with you, they're not going to up their ante that high off of the first time they deal with you. That just doesn't even make logical sense. So my first antennas would have been like, this don't seem right. But being that it's the game, things happen. You never know. You go accordingly.
Well,
the brother that bust the move, he already has his antennas up. So he's like, okay, tell them to meet us at this spot. We just gonna go a couple blocks away and see if they come to that spot so I can see who they are and what they got going on. They see it's only a couple of dudes. I think it was 2 or 3, maybe 3 at the most, 2 for sure. Okay, cool. It's the guy who I dealt with, someone else with him. Maybe they going in on it. I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's see this. Let's let this transpire. Buddy busts a move, but instead of him busting the move with the whole you dig, he gives them a piece of the you dig just to check it out, see, make sure that that's what they want. Okay, cool. That was a smart route. You did 2 things that was smart. You made sure who it was, who it is. You didn't give them the whole shebang, so if they do run off with something, it's a little to nothing. But you didn't take into consideration the entire situation, which is none of this makes sense. No one jumps from coming to grab a little you dig from you to a big you dig in their first move dealing with you. That's something that you get with somebody you've been dealing with for a while.
Well, first rule of the game is, hey, don't try to be like you. Don't try to move around like you just got that shit. Because if you move around like you got that shit, then you going to get hit with that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be like real, you know what I'm saying, limited. You know what I mean? Look, this is limited edition. Look, you can only get, your digs only go up to about right here. It ain't going past this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to see me a couple different times to even get close to what you're trying to grab. You feel me? Like, that's how I'm... You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're not finna jump from a 20 ball or a 50 ball to a whole joint or a whole joint and a half.
Like, yeah, that don't make sense. That don't make sense.
People don't jump that far.
Yeah, you just went from a nigga who, you know what I'm saying, who twisting up a couple of them you dig me's, and then now you trying to be the you dig me. That's the one to like that. You feel me? Like that's it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's red flag number 1.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening? Them boys got robbed, which obviously it was.
The problem is some people move off of the dollar amount and they'll move off of the.
Bro, let me just break it down to you real to a science. I want to break it down to you for a science, and we can get to it. If somebody is giving you a front, but they're pre-packaging the front and giving you a price point, would you think that there's any margin for you to make any money?
I mean, if you said if they say that again,
they're not giving you the pack, so you can go ahead and divvy it out how you want to divvy it out to make
then I ain't gonna get
frog skins. They're already pre-packaging the joint
for the whole,
and they're giving you the price
for the shebang, for the whole shebang. It ain't no, pre-packed price or no, like, okay, I'm gonna let you throw a couple dollars off so you can run off on it. Yeah, nah.
Nah, bro. What it was it was perfect timing. This was the right time for you to bust this type of hustle on niggas. This was back when niggas was busting niggas' heads a little bit because there was mids still around. There was a lot of middies still going around. So if you had that pure gas, you could really bust a nigga's head. So the nigga had pure gas to a degree, but he was busting niggas' heads, and he was, like I said, pre-packaging.
That was them years where you can get like $400-500 for one little onion out there. You like,
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
bro,
You was talking about
just
the
imagine it's the ticket is that for a whole onion bunion, but this Negro, he did the paid in full move. So he went and got the pre-packaging to where it looked bomb because instead of it being in like a little plastic baggie, it was in like a little glass jar.
oh, okay.
So it looked like he was getting a little bit more for your bucks. So he was getting what you got it for and what you charging everybody else. The way you sending it to your workers, and then the ticket that you want back. So he was getting over
Yeah, he was getting.
like a true thirst cat.
I mean
So
that.
the karma of him doing bad business came back to bite him, bro. Me and you been busting moves for a while, off and on, busting moves, doing what we do. It is what it is. Don't have to say more than that.
Yeah.
But we ain't never dealt with that type of foolishness because we do good business.
I mean, you don't want nobody at your front door because somebody will stake you out if you do the wrong thing. Feel me? Play the wrong move. Somebody, you know.
Bro, I don't care what type of business you're doing, corporate, small business, head to hand, mom and pops,
Yeah.
panhandling. It's all on good business. I've never given a bum a dollar if he talked to me crazy or act like he had a problem.
Yeah, that's facts.
But if they walked up to me just now, I literally just gave a homeless lady woman a couple dollars because when I was walking in the store, she asked to talk to me. I was on my phone. I told her I apologize, but I'll get back to you. When I came out, she was very, I apologize for talking to you on the phone, but I just wanted to ask you, could you give me a couple dollars so I could get me maybe a stay at a shelter or some food? And I'm thinking in my head, I already know how the shelter work. They don't charge you to go to no shelter. Plus, you've been past the time that you're
Right.
supposed to be down there. But since you told me you need a couple dollars for some food and you was polite, and I just so happen to have a couple dollars because I just broke a 20, I'm gonna give you a couple dollars. It's all on how you. I know for a fact she ain't finna use my money for no food or no shelter.
Right.
But the fact that she came to me correct and didn't do no weird business, I'm gonna give you a couple dollars because I don't know. Hopefully, you do use it for some money. I mean, for something to eat.
No, that's facts. Hey.
My chance, my my gut feeling is no because you're sitting in front of a grocery store that I know feeds homeless people. So I
Right.
know you didn't at least been able to get at least something from them.
Man, but you gotta do just doing your 1-2 step real quick. You know what I'm saying?
It's to me, I look at it from the perspective of I'm a human being. They're a human being. And we, as long as we treat each other with respect, no matter what your circumstance is, I'm going to try to help you if I'm in a position to help you.
Right. Now you spoke some facts
We
though.
need more of that in this world, bro. We need more of that in this. We are living in the last days.
Man, we've been saying that shit. Wait, I'm gonna have to stop you on that. We've been saying we've been living in the last day since like '95, nigga. Like it's
But
2026.
see,
Like
that's
how the
because
hell?
that was a lot of preacher
Huh?
rhetoric. That's a lot of preacher rhetoric.
Yeah.
You might not remember because you were a little younger than me, but I remember when Prophetess Sheila spoke in tongues, and you know what her gift was she could interpret tongues. She could interpret what she was saying. That's something that a lot of Christians who believe who are holy or filled with the Holy Ghost that me and you both know don't have that gift because a lot of people can talk in tongues, but can you interpret tongues?
But shit, some people
Now,
be acting
granted,
in that
who's to
motherfucker too.
say? That's what I was just going to say. Who's to say who's really an interpreter? But what she said, I still remember to this day because it exactly is what's going on in the world. She said people are going to start to worship and put their faith in the youth versus putting their faith in their concerns into the elders who have always taught us the things that we need to know. People are going to start praising and worshiping the youth. You and I both know that's the biggest thing to be right now on earth is young.
Yeah, that's facts.
Number two, what she said it's going to be an entire divide with everyone in the world, not just United States versus this chunk of country. Is going to be all the countries fighting against each other. That's happening now. She said the world is going to be looking totally different than what you and I have ever thought. I remember this, her saying this, and everybody in the church is being shook because look at it 30 years later. It's exactly what she said. It's
Yeah.
exactly what she said. There's a YouTuber on YouTube right now who's a top 5 endorsement speak. He's never said a word yet. He's a child. I forgot his name, but he endorses toys. And he's one of the highest paid YouTubers out there.
And he be doing that. He be doing that.
Said he can't even talk.
Oh, you said he can't
His
talk.
parents just do those toy reviews. And people pay his family for what he says is a good toy or what he says is not a good toy. And like I said, he can't even say mom. He barely can say
Man, your shit breaking up.
that.
Oh, I ain't hear nothing you said, man. That shit
You
broke
can
up.
look him up, bitch mob. I think a lot of that be rhetoric, but you seen the what is it? What's that movie called that they had us watch?
What you talking about?
About the end of what's it called? You might not have been there. I think it was just me and Doug. Cook had us watch this movie. It's a Christian movie. Can't think of the name of it, but it's basically about how the rapture happens, and people who are left on Earth versus the ones that go to heaven.
Shit, I think that be happening
I
regularly though, like
love it,
COVID and shit
man.
like that.
It's like an old white Christian movie.
That shit be probably happening regularly, like COVID and all that shit. Like you be thinking like a nigga gonna really come back, but it probably be like through little sicknesses and shit like that. You know, little small detail, little small shit.
But let's get to it, man. We could shoot the bobos forever.
All right, man, we gonna go ahead and get into it, man. You see, Neef, he got on his introspective shit, you know what I'm saying? So I left the floor to him. I let him talk, you know what I'm saying? He was letting y'all know, he went from the hustle to the rapture, god damn it. We in the last days and time. Shit, man. It's the Benchmark Podcast, man. It's your boy Broadway Beats. I got your boy with me, Neef, aka Mr. Perp. You know what I'm saying? We still perping niggas up if pause. We still getting you perked up if you trying to get
Yeah, I was
perked
gonna
up.
say, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
if you a true Skull
Get your
fan,
gear
you
right.
feel me? Then we gonna get you right. You know what I'm saying? You can't be no Baltimore Ravens fans. You can't be no, you know what I'm saying, Colorado
Hell no.
Rockies fan, no shit like that. You gotta be with the Skull team or
Hell
no
no.
team. You feel me? You can't do no LSU, none of that shit. So just letting you know,
Hell no.
if you getting perked up, you gonna be viked up. So we appreciate you.
Biked up. Gotta know it.
We appreciate y'all for tapping in. I finally got my kick back in, so I seen Minor Panic. I seen you tapped in with me. Appreciate you for tapping in with me. You know what I mean? But we're going to go ahead and get
Yes,
right into
sir.
it. We had some great shit happening this weekend or last weekend. Let me say that. Last weekend we had some great shit happening in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have seen one of the best things that happened last week with the Bears and the Rams. I want to ask Neef, man. Caleb Williams, man, he led the Bears to a last minute drive that forced the overtime against the Rams. Let me know how that moment made you feel when you seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? From Caleb Williams.
Man, man. First of all, I'm gonna say this, man. It pissed me off. Pissed me off something awful because I got to deal with the punk 2 times a year for the foreseeable next 4 years, 5 years plus. So that pissed me off. But it also kind of chuckled because I thought about Tebow and how great he looked that one year he had Denver winning the divisional playoffs. And look, most of that year they was coming back from every game, and he had a terrible completion percentage, but he was able to. He's a gamer. He's a gamer. And I'm not comparing Caleb to Tebow, not trying to do that, but I will say they are comparable in regards to them having the it factor. Tebow was well less of a quarterback than Caleb is. I think Caleb is a better natural of throwing the ball, but his completion percentage, it scares me because I know with the coach that they got, Ben Johnson, he's not going to get away from running the ball majority of the time. So when you run the ball majority of the time as an offense, it makes the quarterback has to be incomplete. Every pass he throws has a lot more meaning and a lot more meat behind it as far as it needing to be a completion versus an incompletion. So, with that being said, I think the only way that they're going to flourish is if they allow Caleb to be more of the focal point and they are willing to pass a little bit more. So then that way he can get over the hump of having such an inconsistent, because I believe that's what cost them the playoff game this year, is because instead of them running the ball like they had been doing most of the year for success, they actually put the ball in his hands majority of the game, and he threw turnovers.
Yeah, that's facts. He definitely
But
threw.
I definitely think he's special. I think I don't, like I said, I don't want to compare him to Tebow, but just the eyeball test and how much hype he got coming in. Tebow wasn't a number one pick, clearly, because everyone knew he wasn't a number one pick versus Caleb was. And I think that Caleb has a lot of wow, but I don't know if he'll ever truly get his completion percentage to where every throw, especially the easy ones, he's not missing. Like the receiver dropped the ball is the reason why it wasn't a completion, not that he threw a terrible pass.
Yeah, that's facts. Them facts. Them facts. I'm gonna be honest with you. That might have been one of the greatest NFL moments I ever seen. Like to be honest with you, like just the moment of, you know what I'm saying, seeing Caleb Williams.
Nah, see,
Like,
I have to
but wait. Let
disagree
me
with
let me
you, but
just say that. Let me
I'll
say this.
digress.
Let me say why. The reason why I say that might have been one of the greatest moments because it was the playoffs and it was to get them to go to overtime. And to me, this shit was just luck. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, it was just luck. He was like, man, he ran like 20 yards back and just chunked that motherfucker out, just threw it. Like, it just looked like, what the hell? Like, when I seen him throw it, I was like, what the hell? Ain't no way this is going to get completed. And then I just seen it happen and I was just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You probably, as a quarterback, you probably won't see another moment like that for another 10 years where, you know what I'm saying, it's game on the line, playoffs, you know what I'm saying, it's the tie up. to go into, you know what I'm saying, overtime and give you a damn opportunity. So I feel like that was one of my best moments I've seen. Of course, like, you know, they didn't win the game. Now, if he would have won the game, that probably would have been the best play I ever seen. But it was like one of the best moments, and it made you like, if you was a Bears fan, that gave you some damn hope. And I mean, like, not just for now, but like for the future. It made you say, damn, well, if he can do this now, we might have some hope. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, despite forcing it to the overtime, the Bears, they came up short. What were the biggest reasons you feel like they couldn't finish the job?
Well, I'm glad. Two things I wanted to add to what you said, and I'm gonna digress and go to the question that you asked.
All right.
You said a couple key things that I love to elaborate on. You said hope.
Hell yeah. It gave them
Um,
hope.
you and I both know the equal to hope is faith.
Facts.
So if I have faith in my quarterback, I'm a big believer in you have to believe in what you can't see. And so there's no way that you can't tell me 60,000 people praying and hoping in their faith of their allegiance to this team that it's just like with the miracle in Minnesota with Stephon Diggs. It's like any miracle play that you see in sports, I truly believe in my heart it has a lot to do with the fan base and the team just having that much faith that they can overcome and then just something miracle happen. That's the only thing as a human being that gives me sanity of why that happened because you could do that 10 times out of 10 and that won't even happen 10 times out of 10. The corner at least get a pass interference or knock the ball down or it'd be something other than a touchdown. So
Yeah.
I'll agree with you on hope and faith in regards to that play.
But where's your
As far
disagreement at?
as far as answering the question in reference to the Chicago Bears, I think that they're going to I think they'll still be competitive like they were, and I hope to see them winning the division next year. I could be wrong, but I truly believe they won't win the division next year just because two reasons. One, they didn't really deal with injury like everyone else seems to do in the league. That's gonna happen. That's just how it works in the NFL. It's very seldom a team stays 100% good, healthy, like they did for the most part. Their corners and their defensive players were kind of hurt. I believe they lost somebody on the offensive line towards the end of the year, but for the most part, they stayed relatively healthy all year long. And I don't see Caleb Williams with the way he plays being 100% healthy another 16 like he did, or another 18 plus like he did this last year. I could be wrong because he's a little scapegoat, but I personally think he's going to be the reason that they don't go back to. And it's not going to be because necessarily of his play. It's because he's going to get injured. It's inevitable. You're a mobile quarterback. Someone's going to catch you at the right angle, and you're going to get ginkled and wrinkled. That just happens with mobile quarterbacks. I've yet to see a mortal quarterback in the NFL in my 30 years of watching football that hasn't got hurt at least once.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, I'm gonna have to kind of agree with you on that. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I like Caleb Williams, but I think the biggest reason why they lost even, you know, last weekend was because he lacks that IQ. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the IQ
He
that he
does.
needs to take you over the top. He don't got the IQ that you need. I mean, he's good, but that's pure. He's playing off of pure talent right now, and you know, for the most
Pure
part,
talent.
but
Pure talent.
for the most part, like if you that damn athletic, it takes you a long time to be able to even get that IQ that we speaking about, because what you just said has to happen. You got to get damn hurt. And then that scares you to say, all
Bro,
right, I'm not going to run like that. So now it makes you got to start looking at shit different. It happened to Lamar Jackson. It
you
happened
know what's
to
gonna end up happening?
what you think? What's
They're
going to
gonna
happen?
treat. I don't need to cut you off. I want to go on your topic. I just want to add to it. They're gonna treat him like how they treated Vic, but worse. He's gonna not only have a linebacker spy on him. There's gonna be a corner designed to watch him too.
You gotta have that. I was just gonna say, that shit happened to Lamar. It happened to Vic. It happened
It happens to all of
to
them.
every
They're gonna
last one.
come up with some type of defense to make sure that you can't use them legs like you did this year.
And
They're
if you
gonna
do,
make Caleb beat you from the pocket.
and if you do use them legs, you're going to get hurt, and that's the only way you're gonna build up your
They're gonna
IQ.
whack you.
Yeah, that's the only way he gonna even learn how to get some IQ, is because he ain't gonna want to run like he was. So all the
Yeah,
greats before that happened, all the greats, they were athletic and they was running and moving around
you
and
have
doing all
to
that shit.
eventually learn how to play from the pocket.
You got to, and then you use the running and the athletic ability um, only when you have to. Right now, they use him. They allow him to just play 2 way. That shit ain't gonna happen too much longer. Um, but yeah, that's all I got with the. I was gonna call them the Cowboys, the Chicago Bears. You know what I'm saying?
Bears.
So yeah, they got their ass whooped, and I like we said last week, I knew it was gonna be one and done for them just because they got lucky to even win the game prior to that. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was gonna be done. But moving right along, last week we also had Josh Allen play against the Broncos, and they lost to the Broncos. My question for you is, in that loss to the Broncos last week, what did that reveal to you about Josh Allen under post-season pressure? Like, what do you see that, you know, what were the weaknesses you seen under that post season pressure?
Well, for Josh Allen, I think his deficiencies are always going to be there. He's always going to try to do more than what he can, and until they tried building a running game to give him at least take a little bit of pressure off of him. But once they lost a number one receiver with Stephon Diggs, it still has the pressure on them to read defenses. When you have a number one receiver, that's what, as a quarterback, would frustrate me the most with our own situation is when you have a number one receiver, that kind of can dictate how the coverage is in regards to plays. They're always going to try to give him a little bit more coverage. So the other niggas is who you should be looking at. And then if them niggas ain't open, then you go back to your number one in certain situations, or you still force it depending because y'all have that time of chemistry. The Bills didn't have a number one receiver. I don't even think they got a number two. I think they were really running out there with threes, and then their tight ends is interchangeable. But Kincaid, who they really want to put to the forefront, he's always hurt. So I just feel like that was the blueprint the whole season. Stop the run, or at least alleviate it to where it's not killing you. Make Josh Allen and these number threes and four receivers, these little diddle receivers, and the one big receiver we got, his hands is made of steel. Make them beat you, because Josh Allen that was his not coming into the league. He was turnover prone. He'll try to do too much, and now you give him a receiving core where he doesn't have a true number one where he can dictate the coverage of the defense. So him at the veteran that he is, he could just look out there and see what type of coverage you're in. It was. I think that's the biggest flaw and slaw in their game is if you go back and look at the history of star quarterbacks, they generally have a stud at receiver when they win Super Bowls. And I could be wrong, but just off of the top of my head, that's what I've always remember in my head. The Michael Irvins, the Troy Aikmans, the Steve Youngs, the Joe Montanas, Jerry Rice, even to this Patrick Mahomes with uh, Tariq Hill. Like
Yeah.
it always, it's always been that type of a comment. The outside of the outliers where you got great defense. Unless you got a great defense, that's generally what wins you the Super Bowl is having that stud quarterback and that stud receiver.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Like, you definitely got to have a stud for sure. You can't. It's hard. It's hard to be in the postseason and expect to be great without star wide receiver. Not only that, but like to me, this situation here from against the Broncos just proved that you know Josh Allen has to improve when pressure is there because they had all of the things that you're supposed to have to get over the hump and win the game. Of course, they only lost by 3 points, but I mean James Cook he had 117 yards. You know what I'm saying? So your running back was
And
running.
That's James Cook doing what he did, but he also dropped the ball on the ground. And that's one thing him and his brother got in common. You know why? Because they're built like slot receivers. They're not built like true running backs.
Right, but
When
I'm just saying.
linebackers come up to lay the whammy bammy on them niggas, they come with the full throttle. Why? Because these is little diddle niggas. They're not coming with their pad level, and they don't got enough Thundercat in they, or as my uncle would say, bricks in they back pocket to get to 225. Are you 225, 230 coming through that hole the way that they be coming with that speed? I guarantee you the linebacker and the safeties is taking a different angle when they come tackle. They ain't coming up high. They coming low.
No, that's facts, but I'm just saying like you're not supposed to catch no L's when you got a running back getting you 117 yards and then you threw for 283. But then under pressure you had two
He threw
interceptions as
big
well.
noodles.
Right, he had two picks under pressure. So that lets you know that like well the most important attribute you need to have in the playoffs is to be able to perform under that pressure that is going to come your way. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to adapt to it, take your time, stay comfortable, and not panic when things seem like it's what I'm saying rushed. You know what I'm saying? And most quarterbacks they'll never get to a Super Bowl because they don't know how to be in that chi. They don't know how to be in that zone, and you know that's the part of that luck that we always speak of that you got to have when you're in the playoffs because certain things don't show up until the playoffs because typically you don't have to use everything that you need to win in regular season games. You don't have to pull out everything that you don't have to pull out the whole toolbox until the playoffs come because now you done had you got a ruler of information that you need to win the game because you might have played the team before, and so now you can use what you learned, and now you can put different things together, and that's what the Broncos did. They put a whole bunch of things together, and my man couldn't get in his toolbox the right way that he need to. Even though he did decent, he pulled out a wrench, but he ain't have no flathead or no Phillips head screwdrivers on him. So you know what I'm saying? He didn't have the right things to complete the mission. So moving forward, he's gonna have to figure out how to, stay poised. And like you said, they're gonna have to go get him a number one receiver because that probably was one of the reasons too. Because then there's no decoys. Even if you got a good running game, there's no damn decoys to even open up the field to give another person a chance that may be a number two or number three receiver or your tight end or something like that. It's just not there. So I think the Bills is going to be still good next year, but shit, man. My question is, what do you think Josh Allen needs to improve from this playoff hump? Like, what do you think he needs to improve next year?
The only thing he can improve on is like us. They got to improve the roster. Like he's only getting older. He's only getting smarter. But at the same time, he's getting older. So his speed, his mobility, his durability, all of those things are going to be in question. So at this point, their best bet is to build the team around him, damn near like he was a rookie. Get that defensive younger and aggressive. Get maybe a little bit younger at offensive line. Definitely see what you can do in regards to getting you a true number one receiver, or at least a couple of receivers to equal up to. You got to get better receivers than these little slot corners. Like, that's not gonna cut it. It just never does. Like, unless your quarterback is Tom Brady and he's accurate is all hell, it's just they can get bottled up. So you need to have some playmaker at receiver. That's number 2 or number 3 for sure. But as far as Josh, he just needs to just lock in, like, and understand the prisoner of the moment, really, center itself. I don't, like I said, hopefully they can do him a good justice, get him a good coach and the GM get together and they really build this team for the youth and get some good veterans at some key positions. Maybe not so much on defense, but maybe on offense. Maybe you can go offensive line, get some a wily vet, but that's kind of on the younger side. Maybe in the late 20s, early 30s. But they got to do they're not too far away. They just need to, like I said, they got to do the right thing with coach, and I think everything else will follow suit. If they don't do the right thing with the coach, they'll be right back in the cellar dweller.
Yeah, I mean that might be the biggest thing. I was gonna say decision making. He needs to do a little bit better in his decision making to improve it for the playoffs. But I guess I think some of that definitely come with the coach because like shit, the coach is supposed to put you in the best positions that's going to make you perform and do, have the best plays for the best moments. And sometimes that just doesn't happen with that type of damn roster. So if that roster is that weak, then you're going to need a great coach that can put you in the right positions to be able to, maybe not go far down the field and just take short, do some short plays and run the clock a little bit more. But you definitely need, your offensive coordinator, your head coach. You need those people to be able to put a good game plan together for you. But I mean, he's got the hours in. He just needs the right pieces. I mean, you can't just throw me a whole bunch of bums and expect my decision making to be any better than it will be from right now. So if you keep me with the same bums, shit, I'm still gonna make them same decisions because I'm not gonna have the same opportunities that I would have if I had, like you said, Stephon Diggs. So with that being said, yeah, man, they gotta do the front office. The front office got to get better. You know what I'm saying? So they can get that together, then I should be able to they should be able to pick some good receivers for him or at least one more to fill in that spot. Because if they don't do that, shit, they won't be going to the playoffs next year. So with that being said, key matchup Sunday, man. We got Sunday matchups: Broncos versus the Patriots, man. Who you got, man, and why? Why do you get picking them?
You said what? Say that one more time. He was breaking up a little bit, bro.
Okay, so next week, I'm gonna ask you two questions. You can answer them together. Next week, this Sunday, we got the Broncos versus the Patriots. My question first is the first question I got for you is who you got winning, and who do you think is the most impactful player to get that? Who's gonna have to be the most impactful player for them to win?
So I got the Patriots winning, and it ain't gonna be close. I think the impact player is gonna be Drake May. Up for him to have success. I think this is, the league they'll be looking for their new blue blood, young boy that they can, host out there to be the future. Patrick Mahomes is only getting older, so they gotta be looking for the next big thing, and he's perfect cookie cutter of what they would want. So I think it's gonna be Drake May. I think he's gonna have a big game. I can see them winning by at least 10 or more and getting to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna double down, just like I said last week, man. I always thought um, that the Patriots is gonna be the team to have to beat. I mean, I've been feeling like this since the probably like week 10. Like you said, man, Drake May's just been playing too great. He's whatever he's doing, he's got the chemistry up on the team. It's got everybody out there wanting to play. And like you said, he's gonna have a big game because we know Bo Nix is out. So without Bo Nix being there, then shit. I mean, that should be a give me game right there, regardless of what we say. That's a give me game. You should be able to get y'all at least to the Super Bowl without Bo Nix being there. That should, give y'all multiple possessions to be able to, take over. And yeah, like you said, May should be an impact player, but I'm thinking Stephon Diggs is gonna have to be an impact player as well, and he's gonna have to show up and show out. And I'm with you. I think it's gonna be at least a 14 spread. Like at least they're gonna be up by at least 14 points. I got them winning. And shit, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say this right now on Bench My podcast. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots win it all. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots win the shit all. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be a testament for them. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna show them that they, that's where you want to go play. If you want to win some damn Super Bowls, go to the New England Patriots. They've been doing it for the last, 10 years, 15 years, however long, with Tom Brady, and now you got my mans. It ain't even been that many years. You know what I'm saying? And they picking right back up. So, it's over with. Broncos, y'all might as well kiss this shit goodbye and let the Patriots go ahead and slide through. All right, man. The other game we got for Sunday is the Seahawks versus the Rams. Same question, man. Who you got winning, and who's going to be the most impactful player that has to get it done?
I'm going to say it's going to be a hard-fought game. It's going to be a hell of a game, but I think the Seahawks are going to get them getting to the Super Bowl, man. I think Sam Darnold and the Seahawks, that defense is just a little too ferocious. I think it's going to be proven to really stop the Rams' offense, and I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to get a few fluky turnovers here or there, or maybe a punt return or a kick. Something's going to happen outside of offensive scoring for them, and I think they're going to win the game in like maybe by 7 or 3. It's going to be close because all games they've been down to the wire, so I don't see that changing.
I'm gonna have to double down, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold and the Seahawks just because, you know what I'm saying? My damn Minnesota Vikings, what the hell was they smoking? Crack, meth, heroin.
That's the karma.
They was off the all that shit. You know what I'm saying? When they chose not to re-sign, they was off the Jigga Juice. They was off of all that shit, man. They should have, you feel me, re-signed that man. He took us to the playoffs, and we was looking good as hell before.
We should have franchised him at worst.
And then if we didn't like him this year, we could have let his ass go. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't like how Matt Stafford played last week. So I think it was nasty work. And they played the same way that I thought the Bears played the prior week before, where they barely made it through.
And they can't sack nobody.
They didn't look good.
They was getting through to him and getting pressure on him.
Right. And so with that being said, they 2 and done. They had their opportunity. They looked good last week to enough to win, but moving forward for this Sunday, everything will show as far as the big mistakes that they're gonna make, the holes that they have in their game. We're gonna see that. And Sam Darnold, man, I don't even think he's gonna have a great game. That's the crazy part about it. I don't even think he's gonna throw over
He's not.
250.
He's gonna do enough to get him to the Super Bowl.
Just enough to get him there. And man, I'm sorry because I like Puka, man, and that's my guy. I ain't gonna lie. So I really wish they could win, but I don't think they got a chance though. I think they got a lot of players injured too over there. So
Yeah, they got some injuries. So
they got some
it's tight.
injuries. So yeah, it's gonna be tight, man. So hopefully we can see the Seahawks versus the Patriots, and that'll be a good Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because we won't know who's gonna really win. That's gonna be one of them like, damn, really, this whole out of this, you know what I'm saying? AFC and the NFC championship, these was not the damn teams we thought was gonna go. So it's like, you know, it's a flip of a coin right now. This is a good look for the NFL. For them to have some teams where shit, when none of us would have predicted none of these four teams was gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the league. We can go ahead and move on to bench or start, where you either put it on the bench or you gonna start it. Bench or start. The Beehive, Beyonce, or Riri, Rihanna. Who you going with?
Man, B's my age, so I've always admired her from afar, and I got to see her live in person a couple of times in my life,
Oh
and it
wow.
was damn near 15 years apart, and it was amazing both times.
Mm.
She's a hell of a performer, and she's beautiful. Rihanna is more a little bit younger than me, and her performance I've never seen in person. Um, but so I'm gonna have to unfortunately bench Rihanna. Not that I want to read Cole, but got to for B, man. She's the truth. So I'm gonna start Beyonce.
I'm gonna double down, man. I'm gonna have to start Beyonce because I was, I seen it from the beginning, man. So I watched Beyonce with
Yeah,
Destiny's Child all the way to doing her solo career, and I must say, I've been a fan since the beginning. I always thought she, one, she was a cold piece. She been a cold piece since she was like 19 or something, 17. I was like, damn. When I seen her in the Case video, I was like, damn, she bad. You know what I'm saying? And when
oh,
she was in No, No,
oh,
No, 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 and Bills, 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 and all that shit, yeah, man. I always had a crush on Beyonce, man. So shout out to the Beehive. Even though, like you said, like I'm a fan of Rihanna too. I ain't never got to see neither one of them live, so let me go ahead and clarify that shit because I ain't like Neef. He must have went with his girl or something because you know what I
oh,
mean.
I did. The first time it was with my BM. Her people flaked on her, and she had an extra ticket and didn't want to just waste her money because she bought the tickets. So I ended up going with her, which was dope and whack at the same time. It was dope because, like I said, it was super dope to see Beyonce, but it was some stars in the building.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
oh yeah. You had to stay on the straight and narrow, brother. Like you was at
Even
church,
though we ain't together, I didn't want to disrespect her like that and just be eye gawking. But
right?
my eye was. If I could have had three eyes, I would have tried to use all three,
You was
because
side
it
eyeing.
was all.
You was looking from
I
the
didn't
peripheral.
understand that's what comes out to the Beyonce concert.
Yeah,
Is
buddy.
they come out like they dressed to go to the club, because they probably is afterward.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, it was on and popping. But the second time, bro, it was the wildest because I saw her in Vegas,
Oh yeah, that was
and
probably
it
dope.
was just, oh, it was super dope. But the outfits that people was wearing, because she's got that cowboy thing now
Oh
going.
yeah, she was doing
It was
colors.
it was it was wild. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say nothing else than that.
Yeah,
It was wild.
I could believe it. It sound wild. All right, man, we gonna go ahead and move on, man. Bench or start, man. Jordan ones or them Jordan foes? Which ones you
Man,
going with?
see, the foes I never got. The ones I ended up getting as a adult, and the ones, especially the ones lows, like a lot of the colorways, they just flick. So I got to start the ones and bench the fours.
Man, I'm gonna have to double down with you, man. I got a couple pairs of ones right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had the foes either. I like the foes. One of these days I'm gonna get me a pair of foes. I gotta get a pair, but I like them ones, man. I ain't gonna stunt, man. I got the backboards right now, so you know what I'm saying. Got them on deck. You know what I mean? And I got some other
Sir.
ones. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to start them ones, and I'm gonna have to bench the fours. But shout out them is I like them color. I like both of those, but can't keep both. Bench or start chicken sandwich or fish sandwich. Which one you going with?
Man, see now this one I wanted. I was glad that you asked, just because I'm gonna have it when I say this. It's all in nostalgia. So depending on your own nostalgia is how you may answer this question, Benchmark. But I'm gonna answer this question how I'm gonna answer it, and I'm gonna say I'm starting fish sandwiches because I'm going with my grandma, rest in peace. Her fish sandwich to this day, it shuts down any fish sandwich I've ever had in my life, and it was so simple and plain. It was just two white pieces of bread, seasoned to perfection, catfish fillet,
Yes,
boneless,
sir. Oh, gotta be boneless for sure. Most definitely.
in that good cornmeal with that
Facts.
good crunch to it, cooked in that cast iron skillet with just two pickle slices, two onion slices, a drizzle of mustard, and as much hot sauce as you can put on there for me. And that's all I needed, and that's all you needed in that motherfucker. Especially if it was fresh out the grease, it was bomb as could be. With some iced tea, my nana's iced tea, which is our own family recipe.
What
I
that
ain't gonna
is?
put
Put
that
it
out
on. Put
there.
me. Put me on game, man. Put a bench mob on
I
game.
told
We
that
trying to
to you.
figure it out. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
told
saying?
that to you. I told that to you offline. I can't put that out there. I don't want nobody to take my jigger juice
Oh,
and
okay.
and,
Yeah.
and flourish with it. You
Right. Right.
dig?
Right. Right.
So, but yeah, those two, that combo, Christmas time. Chicken sandwich, I've had it too many different ways, terrible.
Yeah.
So that's why I
That's
have
a
to.
th- that's something that you get on a regular basis. A chicken sandwich. You don't get them fish sandwiches like that. So
I mean, even you can't, because like I said, it's got to be a certain type of style.
hey,
I don't like flounder or whatever that is. It's a fish sandwich. It's a mom and pop's fish sandwich by my crib. That's a little decent, but it still ain't fucking with grandma's OG Wooty Bam Ghetto Fabulous.
yeah. I'm gonna have to. Hey, look. I'm gonna have to double down on the fish sandwich. But look, for me, my man, hey, my brother Dub, his dad, man, he can cook him a motherfucking piece of damn fish. I'm talking about I don't give a damn if it's walleye, crappie, or catfish. Shit, we used to go fishing and nigga. Boy, he'd cook them bitches up, man. Pardon my language. He'll cook them shits up, and I don't give a damn if I got one piece of bread, nigga. Flap that bitch over, throw some Miracle Whip right there with the hot sauce on it, man, and that shit was it. I mean, that was life. But that's because we used to go fishing probably, and like you said, you got to make sure it ain't got no bones in it. We used to go fishing, and we ain't used to bring shit with us. It would just be like, you know what I'm saying? We going fishing. Whatever we catch, we eating. If we don't catch shit, nigga, we about to eat, liver and crackers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We about to be out here, we about to be out here starving, like for real, for real. But bro's dad, man, that nigga can cook some shit, man. Some fish, man. I wish I could get that shit. Now I'm plant based, y'all. But if I was back with Big Ed, shit, count me the hell in. I'm eating that shit
Hell
up
yeah.
pause. But hell yeah, bench or start. I ain't never tried it with the pickle with the onion. I gotta try that. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
That
You know
that
what I'm
gives it
saying?
that just gives it that little twang to it.
Yes, sir. Bench or start, man. Boys in the hood are menace to society. That's a good one.
I'm gonna tell you something funny, man. The bench mob, y'all gonna be man, bro. You gonna this is a true story. So after seeing Boys in the Hood, it didn't really do much to me. It just kind of made me like sad for the running. What was his name?
Ricky.
Ricky. Yeah, it made me sad for Ricky, and sad for Doughboy, and it was just a sad ending in the situation. But Business Society just did something different to me. It just made me feel like where I lived wasn't nothing like motherfucking how they was living in Cali and Watts. So I thought it was sweet up here in Minnesota, and kind of had my chest poked out, and went to the park, and some Bloods and some Vice Lords got to banging out, and it was like literally about a 15 on 15 fight, and some niggas got to shooting, and I ran like I was Carl Lewis or or high speed racing a nigga, like I'm loose. And from that day forward, I understood that that's the movies.
That's the
This is
movie.
real life. It's
Yeah.
nothing sweet out here.
No
It's
sir.
just as it can get just as sticky in Minnesota as it can in Chicago when you living in the hood.
Facts. So which movie you going with? You ain't say which one you was going with.
I gotta go with Minister Society to
Oh,
start
okay.
just because of the impact. I got to bench Boys in the Hood just because,
Okay.
like I said, it didn't really. I was too young for me it to really register to me that that's how dangerous the hood is. Like I had kind of been, I had even though I grew up over north at an earlier age, it wasn't where I was living. It wasn't really that bad yet. It was still kind of off the chain, but it really wasn't like that. So I didn't really experience nothing until I moved over south and was really in the hood. And anybody that knows anything over south in the mid '90s, over there by Phelps Park in
It used to
Chicago,
go down,
it was off the chain over there.
nigga. It used to go down. Niggas was getting whacked
That's
every
literally
couple.
a block. I literally grew up a block away from where George Floyd, rest in peace, got killed.
Man, I
That was
think
literally the store that we all used to go to, Cup Food.
nigga Cup Foods, we know all of them. We know Pops, nigga. We know what you call. I can't think of his son's name, but
Billy,
Billy, yeah, Billy, nigga. That's my guy. That's my nigga. Hey, that's my nigga. Like
I'm
that's like
saying,
my
like
cousin,
Billy's
nigga.
closer to my age.
Huh? Yeah, Billy is like a cousin to me. That's how much cool I was with Billy. Like I seen Billy grow up. That was my nigga. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? My first little situation, and I'm gonna answer the question. I was over north in the Lowe's, nigga, with Dub, nigga. We at what park is that in the Lowe's? It's
What
somewhere.
year? What year?
It might have been. No, that ain't in the Lowe's. That ain't
Over there by Olsen Highway.
probably by Ocean Highway. Yeah, it's probably by Ocean Highway. I can't think of.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, nigga. We was hooping just like what you said, nigga. We at his grandma's crib, nigga. We was hooping, getting our hoop on, nigga, at the Willard. That's what it was called, Willard. Uh,
Willard.
yeah, nigga, we was hooping. It's me, him, and Cortez, man. We over there hooping, getting our hoop on, nigga. And it must have been some shit, cause that was where the big Crips and all them was at. So, nigga, somebody must have got into it, nigga. They shot over there, pop, 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 nigga. We hit the dirt, nigga. What the hell you mean, man? So, like,
Man.
that shit happened to me earlier, probably like, you know what I'm saying, 8. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, my movie I'm gonna have to start is Boys in the Hood, and I'm gonna have to bench Minister Society just because, like, shit, that was the first one that introduced me to some hood shit was Boys in the Hood. So you know what I'm saying? And I used to always be like, they don't know, they don't grow, or they don't show. Trying to be boys in the hood. That was my shit. So yeah, bench or start. Players Club or set it off. That's an easy one for me.
Oh man. Now that's an easy one to me, and I got another story with that one too. So Players Club, the first time I ever saw it was bootleg. So it was literally the wackest version of it you could see. Then when I finally seen it on a good clear version, I really got a gist of it. But it was nonetheless, I'm gonna
Dollar
start uh, Players Club just because
Dollar
I was
Bill.
older. So yeah, it just hit a little different. and I'm gonna have to bench Set It Off just because that was more like my OG, and you know what I mean, like that generation's movie. They, I seen it. I think I might have even seen it with my mom, not necessarily at the movies with her, but maybe at the crib or something. I can't remember. But the story I have behind Set It Off is my mom used to run a daycare, and I'm wake up one morning and I hear my sister, my foster sister, who has cerebral palsy, she's singing the song to the love scene in Set It Off. I just hear her saying, "Love make it so shake it." So I wake up. I'm like, "What the hell?" So I go in the kitchen. I mean, in the living room, and I see my sister, and she tries to cover her eyes like she ain't been just watching this whole little love scene. And I look, and the daycare kids just sitting there watching it. And I'm like, I'm looking for my mom, so I finally see her in the kitchen. I'm like, "Mom, what you doing? You got them here watching Set It Off. It's the damn love scene." Jasmine in here singing the song to the hook. She's like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even know it was on that part. I said, Ma, you gonna get put up, you gonna put you away. You here got to watch this goofy shit."
Facts. Hey, I'm at the double down with you, Players Club. I mean, to me, can't nobody when they put Bernie Mac in there as Dollar Bill. Shit, man, that's probably one of my top movies as far as like funny. You know what I'm saying? It's him, and then it's the other nigga. I can't think. I mean, it's a couple of them. Jamie Foxx was funny in that shit. What you
Yeah.
AJ Johnson, man, they had the stars up in that thing. That was my shit. Set It Off, like you said, it was a little bit more serious. It's still my movie. I still like it, but if I had to
Charlie
choose,
Murphy.
yeah, Charlie Murphy, man, they had some shit. But like, if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with the Players Club. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that was my shit. Bench start, Arizona Tea or Snapple. I don't like neither one of
See,
them.
that's more of a nostalgia thing. Snapple is more of my, like, that came out around, at least I don't know if it came out around the time I was in high school, but it seemed like it was real popular. And then so I'm gonna have to start Snapple and bench the other, but my favorite Snapple is Snapple Apple.
Facts. That's facts. Snapple Apple. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. I'm from the days of Very Fine. I remember when Very Fine was the shit before Snapple even came out. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit we had in school was Very Fine. But
Minute Maid.
mi-
We had the Minute
nigga,
Maid machine.
nigga, that Minute Maid used to go hard when I was in high school. I used to get every day.
I
I ain't even
still mess with
listen.
Minute
When
Maid. Minute
Minute
Maid
Maid
fruit punch. It still
fruit
ain't the
punch,
same, but
it ain't. But I used to get the fruit punch with some flaming hots every damn day in high school when Minute Maid dropped. But I say that to say, um, man, I'm gonna have to start Arizona Tea just because, man, when I was out here jugging and shit, man, that 99 cents Arizona Tea, man, boy, I used
yeah,
to
that
hit
brother
that
he
shit,
used to go.
huh?
That Arizona tea, they do got one of my favorite flavors, the Honor Palmer.
Who?
The Honor Palmer.
I ain't never had that one.
That's the lemonade and the iced tea mix.
Oh yeah, okay, I have had that. I have had that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in the blue can.
I done had that a couple times, and then I used to just go with the green tea. That was my shit. I ain't gonna lie. I used to go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I drunk
the one in the herbal tea one.
the herbal one was
The
yeah the
gold
herbal
can,
tea. No, the
green
green
can.
can, the green one. But the gold
Okay,
can,
see, I ain't really mess with the green can. I
I
mess with the gold can.
I did the gold can was my secondary one. If I can't find the green one, then give me the gold can for sure. I ain't really like the sweet tea. It was a little bogus. But bench or start.
Oh,
Keep
I do want to say this back to the Minute Maid. Just want to add this to it. My go to lunch menu when I was at Burnsville was Fruitopia.
man, I
Remember
remember that.
Fruitopia?
Hell yeah, hell
Get
yeah.
me a Fruitopia fruit punch. I get me either a Papa John's slice of Papa John's pizza because they catered our lunch, or I get a Arby's sandwich, and then I get me a stack of cookies, either the M&M or the chocolate chip.
Nigga, them chocolate
You
chips
know, you
was
get
stupid.
three cookies, and them motherfuckers was soft, fresh baked.
Man, they used to
Man,
fall
them
apart when
motherfuckers,
you be trying
man, they used to
to.
smack.
For real.
Them cookies used to smack.
Yeah, they did. Um, Hell yeah, I missed them little motherfuckers, bro. Talk. Bencher start Keith Sweat or Johnny
Man,
Gill.
did you ever get the M&M ones though?
Nah, they ain't had the M&Ms when I dropped. They ain't had them shits. No sir.
Oh, they had them out there in Burnsville. You could get either M&M or a chocolate chip.
Nah.
Fire. But go ahead. What was the next one?
See, I went to okay, then I'm gonna answer it. When I was in St. Paul, they had a big ass cookie. It was like a big cookie. They ain't have three of them. That shit was a big round cookie. And that shit was like that. It used to be falling apart, boy. But yeah, that's how we used to do it in St. Paul. Shout out to my niggas in St. Paul, man. Real talk. Bench and start, man. Keith Sweat or Johnny Gill.
Man, this is an easy one. I gotta go JG, man. He's the truth. And Keith Sweat don't do nothing but whine to me. I can't listen to longer than 5 seconds of a Keith Sweat song. That nigga cannot. He got away with being halfway of an entertainer, and to most women, I think he's good looking. But other than that, he can't sing a lick. He just man. That nigga whines for 10 minutes straight. I'm cool on that nigga.
You cool on? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna have to start Keith Sweat, man. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be strong, girl. You do me wrong. That was the skating. Only reason why I mess with it, cause like when I used to go skating, that was always came on. Like you used to have to, you know what I'm saying? Get your groove on with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas used to be on two wheels and shit. I was weak as hell, falling, but I used to be like, shit, I ain't going skating no more.
Like that either, man. I was weak as hell on skates too.
Man, them niggas was talented. I used to be kind of jealous. Like, man, them niggas is too good at skating.
Yeah, niggas get out there and get to cutting up. You be like, man, here these niggas go.
I'm like, I'm finna get off this motherfucker and get some nachos, man. Fuck that.
You finna get off, man. Try to politic.
Yeah, man. But hey, and what you call it? What was that? Skate Land? Was that what it was? Nigga, where was it? Nigga, that shit used to go down, boy. I went with y'all a couple times to that motherfucker. Boy, that shit was like the club, nigga. Boy.
Yeah, it was cracking. That was the shit.
That was the shit. All right, man. We're going to move on to the TBQs, man. My question for you is, man, what TV show back in the day had the whole house quiet when it came on? You know what I'm saying? What was like that joint for y'all?
It was a couple of them joints back in the day, man. It was Cosby Show, for sure, when it was, and you got Fresh Prince, and then after that it was Martin.
Facts. For me, it was New York Undercover, and then it was Martin. It was either one of them. My mom would be shut the hell up when New York Undercover come on. Shut the hell up. Okay, well damn. So that was the joint.
Because New York Undercover, you know who produced that, don't you?
What you call it? Yeah, I know who produced it. John Singleton. Is it John Singleton? No, it's somebody else. It's somebody that did a couple of them shits. I thought it was John Singleton. I'm saying any name, but
can I just tell you?
Say the name. Say the name, cause I'm gonna be
Dick Wolf.
Okay, no, that wasn't who I was saying. It was somebody else who made that.
Dick Wolf does, right?
Yeah, I know who that is.
You know what show he's known for, though.
He got another show. I can't think of the damn name.
He's known for Law and Order.
That's what it was. I was gonna say. I was just gonna probably say Law. Yeah, hell yeah, Law and Order. And he got some other shit that dropped after that.
To me, New York Undercover was the first version of that. He just took that concept, made it more mainstream, if you will. You know what I mean by that. So that was the premise. And then what made New York Undercover really dope was the fact that they had an urban flair. They was undercover cops, so they was able to dress with the flair and the hip hop style. And then they would always end every show with a hip hop or some type of artist performing at that club or bar that they used to go to and kick it at all the time.
No, that's facts. That was the movie. I mean, that was the TV show for real. I used to like that.
New York Undercover was ahead of his time.
It really was. Okay. Who was your first celebrity crush in the '90s? No, let them know.
Man, I had a couple of them, man. Stacey Dash was definitely one of them. You know, once
Facts.
I seen her in Mo Money, it was over with. Like everybody was looking for that shorty that was caramel skin with the beautiful eyes that you could just lose yourself in.
Facts.
Like,
She was
don't
bad.
even stare at me, woman, because you'll get everything I got in this world. Uh, that's number one. Number two was uh, probably Janet, man. You know,
Janet
I had
was
a
the
big
shit.
thing for Janet. She was real. You know, once I seen her in Poetic Justice, and then how she was looking after in videos, and like a moth tabling burned by the fire. Like, yeah, she
She
was
was it.
she was just too much for me. Her sex appeal was on like 1,000.
It really was. I ain't gonna
Um,
lie. I didn't even think about that.
Aaliyah,
Facts.
Aaliyah was another one, and then to this day, if I ever get a chance, don't let me ever get a chance to see her in real life. Is Maya.
Oh yeah, Maya's a cold piece still. She ain't. I mean, she didn't lose nothing. I mean, she gained more.
Like
Shit, even
wine, like wine.
man, she yeah, like she got better over time. Shit. For me, I definitely got to go with Tatiana Ali for sure. Most definitely,
Yeah, she was cold.
I
She
was
was cold.
for sure Maya. You know what I'm saying? In Left Eye for sure.
Yeah, Left
So
Eye was cold
left
too.
Left Eye was I was on her team. Still is. If she
I
was
thought you
alive,
was
I'd
gonna
be.
say Kyla Pratt.
No, not Kyla Pratt. That was she wasn't from my time. She was a little bit later. Um, okay, what commercial jingle still lives rent free in your head? You know what I mean?
Oh man, it's the easiest one in the world, and I hate that it's in my head all the time. Not all the time, but I remember it all the time because they had so many catchy commercials with it, with like TikTok jingles and stuff. And it's that Popeyes commercial.
Okay, the Popeyes one. Which one is that? I don't remember that one.
They got a few of them. They got the TikTokers where they do their little rendition of singing Popeyes. I love Popeyes. Or they got that coonery black woman who's
Oh
talking
yeah.
about all the different flavors of chicken they was coming out with. Like Cat Williams said, the voodoo chicken they coming out with, the voodoo spicy and all that other weird goofy stuff they was doing. She was kind of memorable, but yeah, as far as like a jingle, that's about the only one because all the rest of them they kind of besides McDonald's,
McDonald's. Yeah.
that's in everybody's. That's the easiest one to say.
McDonald's will be in on mine, or it's this shit that used to come on back in the day. Like it wasn't. Yeah, it used to be like it was a. You probably know it because it used to play all the little songs and shit. It used to be like rock me gently, rock me slowly, take it easy, don't you go. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray tonight Chicago died. Ride, hitching and ride. It was that shit.
You
That
talking
shit.
about that infomercial for the '70s songs, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
I don't know what the name
Yep.
of it was, but that shit lived
Yeah,
rent
I
free.
can't think of the name. It was back when they used to do that. They used to sell them CDs with all the old songs on them from the '70s or something. That's it used to come on a lot, especially on regular TV.
And then my guy, he had the other one is my homeboy. I knew the nigga, man. It's the National American University. I know the nigga.
Oh,
I know the dude that sung the shit. Like he was my homeboy. So, so that was the other one. But all right, what phrase from a movie or show became a part of your everyday talk?
oh man, there's a couple of them in regards to that. Like I to this day I heard it in the movie, and it's still the funniest thing I ever heard in my life, man. He said, "Man, you see that chick over there, man? She's one hot freakazoid, and she ready to jump my bones."
What's that offer?
There's this movie called, I think I told you about it before, Death by Temptation.
I ain't never seen that.
It's it's the scariest religious movie you'll ever see. Is if you really in the religion like we are, as far as being Christians and really sanctified, it's one of the freakiest movies. I don't suggest you watch it at night
Yeah.
because it's basically I think I'll tell you the premises real quick. So it's about a preacher's son who goes to visit his cousin in New York. He's from the South. And his dad tells him he has his permission that something like the devil is going to be at work. So be paying attention and be careful and don't do nothing sinful while you in New York. So he goes to visit his cousin. His cousin just so happens to be Kadeem Hardison. That's the character he's playing in this movie. So he takes his cousin, who's a pastor's son, who's all about religion and square as can be, out on the town in New York. They end up going to a bar. Well, unbeknownst to them, there's a woman in this bar that's very attractive, played by Vanity. A lot of bench mob, you might be too young for Vanity, but she was raw. She was too grown for me when I was like 6 or 7. She was a grown woman and everybody was lusting for her. She was the it girl back in the day. Look up Vanity. Tell me I'm lying. But anyways, she's in this movie and she plays the devil. And so her whole way of trying to get with people is through sex because she's such attractive. She end up bringing men to her crib and then killing them, turning into some type of weird creature and eating them and shit. It's wild, bro. And she
Oh
was never
yeah.
the same from the movie. She said it herself. Like after she did that role, she was never the same.
Yeah, she was a
So
cold piece.
that's what lets me know this movie was really like they hit on something.
Yeah, she was a cold piece.
And
Um, for sure.
spiritually, she was never able to get it. She ended up giving her life to God.
I bet you she did after she played that damn role. Um,
Yeah, there's certain things like I said, you gotta your morals, and just because of the dollar bill and the opportunity, you gotta be able to put your morals ahead of that because especially dealing with spirituality, anything faith based, I'm just not twisting with any way, shape, or form. My morals, I don't care how much money or opportunity I get, I just can't put it on the line because there's a line you could cross, you could never go back.
that's facts. Um, I'm gonna be honest, man. The movie or show that became part of my everyday talk had to be Friday, and you know this, man. That's it. That was it for us. That once that came out, everybody for some time, everybody used to be like, "Hey, you know this, man." Like I used to get, I was tired of that
Facts.
shit. I was like, "Man, shut the hell up." But before we get up out of here, man, Neef, he gonna drop a nug on y'all. So, man, Neef, man, my question for you is, man, what sacrifice was necessary for your growth or for everybody's growth? What's a sacrifice that is necessary for people to grow?
Something that I struggle with. I think everyone as a human being that has any insecurities about themselves struggles with, and it's something that I'm really trying to push myself to get over in 2026 and beyond is self doubt and the fear of the unknown, just fear of the unknown in general, of making different choices in life, whether it be a different job opportunity or you know taking a chance on doing something different as far as a relationship or just anything in life in general as far as making changes. It's always a fear of the unknown, and that's the one thing that I think that if you can conquer that fear and you can manage that fear and understand that that's just a healthy thing that happens in life with the fear of the unknown, and you can try to stay consistent like you do in everything else in your life, I think most people on the planet Earth reach potentials that they never even believed that they can do. And that's something that I'm struggling with as a human, because everyone does, but I'm trying to push myself to get to that point so I can try to show people as an example, because me and you both know people can only believe what they see and half of what they hear.
Facts. No, that's facts. Hey, I guess Neef just dropped a nug on y'all, man. Hey, don't be fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That's the power of growth. You can only grow when you don't, can only grow in positions that you haven't extended yourself already. Yeah, you can master something, but there's always a way to get better at everything. No one has truly mastered life until they get off this earth.
And I'm pretty sure once you get out of here, you still could have, still some shit that you
Everyone's
didn't
gonna have
master.
regrets.
Yeah, something that somewhere you always got to be willing to grow somewhere. And definitely, fear of the unknown is one of them ones where, shit, it's hard to, like not everybody can reach that potential of not being fearful of that. But hey, if you can, like you said, you probably are successful already. You know what I'm saying in whatever you're doing. But man, we gotta damn near pay some bills, man. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have to get the hell up out of here, man, unless y'all gonna pay the bills for us, you know what I'm saying? It don't seem like y'all gonna do that yet. So, hey man, it's the Benchmark Podcast. I'm your boy Broadway Beats. I got your boy with me, Neef, aka Mr. Perp, man. And before we get out here, Neef, man, hit him with something, man. Let him know something.
Man, continue to stay focused, stay blessed. Keep my mom in prayer, y'all. Bench mob. She broke some ribs, and she's in rehab. She's trying to get better. We just want to keep her covered with the blood, and I just want everybody to continue to stay focused and stay prayed up, man. In troubling times, and the only way to stay locked in is to stay focused. So continue to stay positive, love and love.
All right, man. We about to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all for tapping in.